Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist and I own 53 units of real estate. So today I want to talk about how I got my 54th unit under contract this past weekend. So today is the 23rd and I got my 54th unit under contract on Saturday. So literally, Lennar, it's so easy to buy. I literally go online and you get search by area, but you can see, hey, what communities I want to buy in. So I talked to my property manager and she said she likes these 3 communities. So, every day or every other day or every few days, I'll just click on those 3 communities and see which homes are for sale, because I have a buy box. So my buy box is 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 bath, 2,100 square foot. And ideal price point is around $300,000 or less. So I literally opened up the same community that I bought my 53rd unit in, and I just rented out this unit for $2,150. And the tenant wants to sign a 3-year lease. So I'm happy to take a 3-year lease, because if I have a tenant there for 3 years, I'm guaranteed rental income for 3 years, assuming they pay, right? And I'm guaranteed no vacancies. No repairs, because you have to do, if a tenant leaves, you have to be vacant for like 1 to 3 months. You have to fix up the unit, which costs money. So, it just costs money to have vacancies, because if I'm vacant for 3 months and I'm getting $3,000 in rents, $2,000 in rents, that's $6,000 I'm leaving on the table, plus I have to fix up the unit. So, to me, I'm happy to get a 3-year lease. My other property, I'm only getting 1-year leases, and they're only staying like on average maybe 2 years. So if I can lock in a 3-year at $2,150, I'm happy. And I think she built in a clause, my property manager built in a clause to say that we may reassess the market rents, and if the rents are a little bit higher, we may raise your rents. But if I have a good tenant, I don't really care personally. Right? Like, I'm happy if they're good for if they're a good tenant, they're there for 3 years. I don't have to deal with vacancy. I don't have to deal with any much repairs. I'm happy. So that's kind of my mindset with that. So I just got rented out, and I was just like, you know what? I at first was open. I wanted to buy in a different community because I wanted to diversify, right? Like I was eyeing this other community, which was like, I think 5 miles away, to diversify. But that community has nothing being built right now. They told me more to be built maybe in a quarter. So in about 3 months, more will be built. So I'll probably target that community next for my 55th unit. But they had one deal that I saw in the current community that I bought in. And I remember I saw that deal on like Thursday. And I was just like, man, I could literally buy this. But I want to diversify. And then it came Saturday. I was just like, hey, was looking to buy in this community, but there's nothing being built right now. When do you expect to build more? And that's when he said, oh, we're going to build there probably late December of this year into early 2026. So probably January, February, so the next quarter. And I said, okay, well, let me know if you see a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. I like this model because it's 2,100 square foot. So I just said, okay, well, let me know how that community goes, because that's my ideal area I want to buy in. So these 2 communities I'm eyeing, it's below the 72 freeway in Huntsville. That's my ideal sweet spot. But my property manager said, well, I have options 3, options 4 in these 2 communities, but those communities were actually more expensive and the rents are the same. So it's not a great ROI for me. Like, why would I pay $315,000 for the deal for the same house, same model, same square footage, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 200 square foot, but I get the same thing in my communities and it's cheaper? So it doesn't make sense. Like, why am I paying $20,000 more to get the same rent? It's not gonna be as favorable for me. So those are my 3rd, 4th options. So I'll be open-minded. I've been watching the Hyundai guy. I'm open-minded to comment if you got that joke. That's so niche. But anyways, I'm open-minded to that community if I'm more desperate. I just want a deal. But I just said, okay, well, good to know it's my third, fourth option, but I want to look at my number one, number two. So from there, literally, I just said, hey, like, it's the same deal that I bought like 2 months ago. I got this for, purchase price was $295,000. I got $38,000 in a builder credit. So my all-in cost was $256,000 paying cash. So this deal, same unit, same model, same 4-bedroom, 2-bath, same size, same everything. It was listed for $300,000, so it was $5,000 more expensive than what I bought mine for. And I just said, hey, look, like, I get why it's more expensive. It's on a better lot. So Lennar has lot premium. So if it's a nicer lot or a more desirable lot or a bigger lot, they will charge more money. So I said, I get it. I get why it's more expensive. But I literally just bought a deal there 2 months ago. You know which one I bought. Can you honor that same price? If you honor that same price, so that's going to be instead of a $38,000 discount, it's going to be a $43,000 discount. So additional discount. If you honor that same price, I will buy it because I know exactly what the rents will be. My property manager likes this area. She just rented it out for 3 years for $2,150. So I know it's in high demand. I'll buy it. Not my deal. I want to diversify into this other community, but you don't have any available. So please work with me. I will buy more, right? Like, I will buy this deal if you give me my price, and I will buy one in that next community if you give me a good price in end of this year or early next year, right? So I own 3 Lennar homes now. They can see it. They can see my file. I own 3, and I'm looking to buy number 4. And I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing, right? I'm buying the deal, cash, and then I'm getting a loan on it, pulling out most of my money in the deal. I am leaving like probably, let's just call it between $8,000 to $20,000 in the deal, all in, which is, you know, okay. Ideally, $8,000 is my sweet spot because I work a W-2 and I can save $8,000 in 2-3 months easily. So I said I would look to buy another one as long as it rents out. I'm okay. So, you know, the Lennar manager. So they always do this like negotiation act, which I hate. Like, you know, it's just like talking to a car salesman, or like this guy's working with you. Like I was working with the Lennar manager, and he was just like, oh, like, I'm on your side, right? You know, they try to position themselves as, I'm trying to help you, Steven, do the best I can, and I'll present it to my boss to see if I can negotiate. So it's a good cop, bad cop negotiation routine. Like I said, car dealers do this all the time. You're working with a sales agent. I'm gonna talk to my manager who you never meet, and I'm on your side, Steven. I did the best I could, right? So it's a stupid routine. Like for me, I hate, just cut the middleman. Hey, look, this is what I want to do. Give me your best price. If you give me a good price, I'll buy again. Like I'm very much that way, but I get it. It's relationships. It's building rapport, and it's building a track record. I get it, right? And I have a track record now because I literally just bought a home. I literally bought a home and closed 2 months ago. Or no, a month ago. And I'm here again, a month later, buying again. So I'm keeping my word, right? So the guy said, you know what, Steven? Maybe I can't give you the price of $256K, but, you know, maybe I'll get you as close as possible. And he was just explaining that Lennar drops prices based on its multifactorial. So they have profit margin goals per community. So community A could have higher profit margins versus community B. So if community A has higher profit margins, that means that they're willing to give me a bigger discount to cut their margins. Versus community B, maybe things were more expensive. Maybe zoning and whatever fees they have to pay is more expensive, so they don't make as much money there. So maybe they can't be as aggressive with their price cuts. So that's one factor. Another factor is if they have inventory just sitting there, they want to get rid of that inventory just sitting there. So they might be more motivated to offload that inventory and give you a more aggressive offer. Another incentive is they have weekly goals. Maybe they're behind on their weekly goals. They want to hit their weekly goals. They also have monthly goals. Maybe they're behind on their monthly goals. They want to hit it. Maybe they have quarterly goals. They want to do their quarter end before they present to the shareholders. So that's when they're the most motivated, right? So I just started the quarter, right? Like I literally, my last deal was end of the quarter. This is the start of the new quarter. So the quarter ended end of August. So I'm in September. So I'm in a new quarter. So then I was motivated. But I said, hey, you give me end of quarter pricing, I will buy that deal now. Don't wait. Don't have to wait. And he said it's a hard sell, but like, worst case, you say no and you ask again later, right? So literally, they gave me end of quarter pricing on a deal that's not even finished being built yet. It works out for me because I don't have my money yet. I literally just bought this deal cash, got it rented out, engaging my lenders now to do my cash out refinance, and it's going to take them about 30 days to 45 days to do a cash out refinance. So if you look at the timeline, let's say today it's mid-September. My deal at best is going to finish construction mid-November. So I have 2 months. And that's plenty of time, right? I have 2 months to basically get a lender. So I'm using Convoy, who actually kicked my loan over to Ameritrust. And I'm also using Lending One. So basically, it's going to be Ameritrust. So, Convoy introduced me to Ameritrust. So they got their broker commission fee. But for my second, third, fourth deal, I might consider just going direct to Ameritrust to, save me some money. So it's going to be Ameritrust, and it's going to be Lending One, which is backed by Blackstone. So I'll reach out to these two lenders for my cash out refinance options, depending if I want to do no seasoning cash out refinance at ARV. That's going to be Ameritrust. If I'm okay waiting, if I don't want to wait 3 months, and I don't want to do ARV, I can do 80% loan to value based on the purchase price. So those are my two options. So like I'll just see who's better and who's cheaper. If my ARV comes out great, I'll use Ameritrust. If my ARV doesn't come out great, I'll probably use Lending One for my loan options. So that's what I've been thinking of doing. And then from there, you pull up my money. So I'll get my money mid-October to end of October to then close on this property mid to end of November. And I asked Lennar, hey, like worst case, I'm doing a cash out refinance. There might be hiccups. How much wiggle room do I have? And they're just like, oh, like you can go to the end of November because that's the end of the year close for us. And for new construction, there's always delays. So they might be late themselves. Like I'll be honest, right? Like they might have delays, inspections. So they might be late themselves with this deal. So I just said, great, I have flexibility. So, I just told him, okay, great. Wrote a contract. He presented the contract. He said, I'll do my best to convince my boss to give you the deal because number one, you bought a deal. Number two, you're buying out cash. Number three, you're hoping to do repeat business. And number four is we want the long-term relationship with you, right? So he presented it, ended up getting the deal accepted at my purchase price. So now I'm under contract and I'm waiting, until mid-November to, get my money out and then buy that deal all cash and then buy another deal, buy my next deal after that, right? So as long as these deals are spaced out like 2-3 months apart, I can keep on buying these deals. So if I see another deal in another community that I want, I can strike, right? So that's what I kind of like plan on doing. So, so what I kind of learned from this conversation is like, it's very multifactorial in how Lennar drops their prices. It's based on how much inventory do they have, number one. Number two is, did they meet their weekly goal? If they didn't, they're more motivated to drop the price. Did they meet their monthly goal? If not, they're more likely to drop the price. Did they hit their quarterly goal? If not, they're more likely to drop the price, right? So if you can see active inventory that's on the market, end of quarter, end of the year, they're a lot more motivated to sell this. And then number four is like, I'm hoping I have a better relationship with them so they're willing to work with me moving forward, right? So that's why I said you want to build relationships with lenders, with Lennar, with the builders. So got the deal under contract now. So now I have more presents. Now I have 2 deals that I bought with them. So if they release properties in the next community I want to buy in, or heck, if this other second one rents out well and there's another deal in the same community, I'd be open to buying it again. Like I said, I'd prefer to diversify if I could, if I had my choice. So yeah, I basically just said, hey, that's my offer, honor the same price. So they ended up giving me a $43,000 discount on my deal and got under contract. Because I just said that this price works for me. And, if in the next community I just said, give me the purchase price of $256,000. That's what I want, because that's the price that works for me, and I'll continue to buy at this price. But if not, like, give me a counter, and let's go from there, right? Let's go from there and see how this goes. So, it's a strategy I'm doing. So that's how I got my 54th unit. And like I said, this is like so passive for me. Like I literally just like have for my next time, like I'll see which lender I want to use, but I basically boil down to 2 lenders I want to work with. It's going to be Ameritrust, or it's going to be Lending One. So if you want my contacts for either, send me a email in my link tree, and I'll connect you. So, once again, just want to share my journey with you of how I got my 54th unit. Super casual, super easy. I remember like both times I got my deals. It's kind of personal, kind of funny. I literally talked to Lennar, the sales manager, and I freaking like took a nap. And then like I remember getting irritated because like I heard text messages during my naps, and I picked up the phone. I was like, oh shit, I have a property under contract. And I was like, it was literally funny because the first time I bought it, it was just me, right? Like I remember I called Lennar. My wife wasn't there, and then I got texted, and I was like super tired. I was like, oh, what is this? And I was like, all groggy. Got my phone. I was like, oh shit, I got my 53rd unit. And this time, I was literally doing the call. My wife was there. We're sleeping on her sofa, and I remember like waking up from my nap from the text message. My wife got so irritated because she's like, why'd you put your phone on silent? And she's like, what was that, Lennar? And I was just like, oh, guess what, Christine? We now own 54 units together, because I got the 54th under contract. And I was like, this is like deja vu. I literally woke up to a nap around like 4 p.m. and which is around 6 p.m. Alabama time. And I was like, oh, we got another deal, like super easy. And I was like, oh. And then the next, super easy. So I was like, okay, like this is super easy. If I want to continue this, keep on buying deals, I just got to save $8,000 every time, which, like I said, I can. I told Christine, you don't have to put any more money in the deal. I'll spot the rest. So that's how we got 54th unit. So, I'm hoping, and this one might be harder to rent out because we're closing on this deal like by Thanksgiving. It's hard to rent out during the holidays. So, yeah, it's quite interesting deal. So, hopefully I'll get my 55th unit in the other community, because they said they're building a bunch. So I hope to get first dibs. And now that I have 2 properties I bought all cash, like, please continue to work with me, right? I'm gonna buy these cash, do my refinance, cash, refinance, cash, refinance, right? That's my strategy. I'll do that as long as I need. As long as it's rented out, I'm okay, right? As long as they're rented out, I'm okay. I'm chilling, right? So anyways, if you want to join my school community on a free trial, if you want to join my newsletter, you want my mentorship, my course, you want to send me an email, click my link tree. Otherwise, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if any questions, and just hopefully this brought value to you. So anyways, hope to see you next one. Thank you so much.